tilted. Hello, good boy.
I am James ALOFS. I left the big city to build an off-grid homestead on 40 acres of Canadian wilderness. This area of Ontario has giant ridgelines, deep valleys, and pure rivers. Black bears, gray wolves, mountain lions, moose, and many forest spirits share the land. I started in November 2023. Starting with a modest 12 by 16 foot guest cabin, my goal is to build such a glorious homestead that I attract a magnificent wife, have several military-grade babies, and raise our Swiss mountain dog Clovis. Welcome to Wild Homestead. As many of you know, I have been married and divorced 9 times. Many people asking me, James, how do you A, to make all those monthly alimony payments, and B, just generally keep a positive mindset? And the answer is that I don't. But I do keep my hair and skin looking ultra healthy by eating berries and cherries. Berries and cherries, nature's multivitamin since 300,000 BC. Oh. Thank the gods we don't have to slide down there anymore. Hey! Whoa. Oh, 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 oh. Nice. Whoa, holy cow. Yo. Man, that was a trick that I found to just use a jig to measure out the rafter. Leaves no guesswork, compared to doing a calculation. So the hardest thing is just trying to accurately cut out, the tracing from the jig, because this is really, it's weird because it's all to a different depth. The reason I did kind of the regular bird's mouth at the front, but a much deeper one at the back, is I think in reality, this is over engineering. Like the rafters don't even need to be that. These are true 6x6s, but this also will prevent, so I don't need to use brackets. It can't slide back and forth. If we just did the regular bird's mouth, I think it's just less stable. That way, when we sink in our screws, I think it should be really locked in. It also gives it a bit further of a down slope to have stuff running off, because the slope is already ridiculously flat. Oh, the good boy. Oh, yeah. You're hungry. You're hungry. You were chewing on your bone. You were chewing on your bone. Lamb, venison, duck, and fish. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me, Clovis. Okay. Go. Good boy. Suomi Parkala. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're chewing that thing like a maniac. You got two deer? Are you serious?
There's a lot of activity here. You can see a lot of droppings, fresh droppings, pine at the ground.
No way.
A big bucket, like 50 yards right behind us. It startled me. Picking up my gun, but it was already moving. By the time I was set up, it was gone.
No way. Whoa, look at that. Guys, I think that's a scrape. That's a deer scrape. It's right on the path here. What are you doing? What are you doing, buddy?
Randolph, do you like these swooshy lines, the coffee swooshes? Got it now. Should I sit over there? Sure, that would be good.
Clovis, you've got like 5 of these dino bones just stashed around the property now, man. He keeps on burying them like a squirrel or a chipmunk. Hey, that's pretty dang good. Yo! Yo, 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 bro. Sweetness. Man, it would be cool to have a seat up here. What a view. You see how little smidgen, it's off by a smidgen of a smidgen. Oh, wait a minute. Oh! That's literally perfect. Okay, last beam.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Hello. Hey. Hey. What are you doing? No coffee for you. You go crazy. You'll go crazy. Yeah, no. Nope. Whoa. It's so bizarre, guys. It's like +2 degrees. This is all kind of, it's all mushy. It's all melting, but it did, snow a couple inches overnight. So this is very interesting. I feel like this is kind of a false winter, an early winter. Because on Friday, it's going to be +10 degrees Celsius. And then on Saturday, I think it's going to be +9. So this stuff is all going to be gone. But, this always happens in central Ontario. We'll get like an early snowfall like this. I remember even sometimes like being at my family cottage on Canadian Thanksgiving, which is around October 15th. We get a dusting of snow like this, and then, it melts. But I don't think this really changes any of our plans, to be honest. The only thing is for our concrete work, which is going to be for the solar array and then for the tractor barn. I think we're going to have to get that done this Friday, because Friday's going to be +10. I think it's going to be +8 or +9 on Saturday. +10 is just within the optimal temperature range for pouring concrete. Holy cowabunga, folks. We got some snow. We got some snow on the roof. Oh, hello, buddy. Hello. So we were going to put these this new underlayment on the roof here, but it's an adhesive. So I think we need to let this dry out. Could be tomorrow, might be on the weekend when it gets really warm again. But this is not the idea. Even if we shovel this off, being super damp, I don't think is very ideal. So we'll just move on. We'll move on. is a rock. That is a heavy rock. Clovis, watch out there, buddy. Watch out. Grizzy. You can't drive the tractor. I know you want to, but you can't drive it, buddy. Swiss Mountain Dogs just can't be trusted doing such a thing. Just trying to grade, smooth this out, just trying to grade it with the bottom fork of the claws here. Smooth everything out. Are you serious? Are you serious? This breaks under, I mean, I weigh about 205 pounds. I'm not giant. I'm not tiny, but dude, that should not break. Guten Abend, meine Liebe. So guys, we've got the our front yard cleared out here so that the only thing are the solar panels, and we can set up posts and pour our little concrete on Friday/Saturday so that we can put our solar arrays up off the ground so we don't have to worry about the snowfall clouding them over all the time. Now, the next job is to pick out the location for the tractor barn foundation. Now, the first step is we need to determine how How big is this tractor barn going to be? Guys, the whole tractor is only maybe 6 feet wide. That's not very wide at all. Yeah, folks. It's barely 6 feet wide. That's a lot skinnier than I thought. How tall is she? So 7.5 feet tall. How tall is this thing now? 22 feet long. That's pretty long, man. 22 feet, 7.5 by 6. I wonder if the backhoe is any taller. Eight feet. It's about 8 feet tall. 8 feet tall, 22 feet long, 6 feet wide. You'd probably want it 10 feet wide by 10 feet tall. You know, 10 feet wide by 10 feet tall. That gives you 24 inches on top. I think that's plenty. Even in snow, like you can use the bucket or the snow, if we end up getting a snowblower for it, we can remove that out of the entrance. So I think 10 feet tall by 10 feet wide on the opening. That's definitely doable. That's the physics of that I think we can do. And then 22 feet long. You probably want more overhang. That's a pretty long building, ladies and gents. That's a pretty darn long building. I think we'd want the tractor barn. I think we'd want to double up. We'd want to have 2 bays because the other bay, the other side, we can store all of the attachments, other equipment. This is going to be a big structure, man. This is going to be the biggest structure by far that we built. So a little bit nervous heading into this one. I've been looking at, I follow some like barn and shop builders on the old Instagram. So I've kind of been trying to absorb information from these guys. So yeah, I'm excited. So that is 25 feet by 22 feet. So this would be having the entrance here, the entrance to the 2 bays, you know, tractor, then implements and whatever. I think though that it's just a little bit too far out into the path where if we ever do need to move the sawmill, we could probably do it, but I think we probably got to push the whole structure back several feet that way. Oh, yes. Okay, go. Good boy. Good boy. And that is for our dinner. Ah, yes. Some chuck blade steak. Thank you very much. That's all you need, folks. Chuck blade steak, little marinara sauce, and 2 liters of maple syrup. we can back right up to the cabin for the first time ever. Dang, that birch bark's crazy.
Troubles me so. Your men, they wish to go back. Yes, probably. But the moment we're free, we're setting sails forwards, no matter the cost. You share my madness. Oh, yeah.
Clovis, are you cold? I think you want to go back in? Yes. We'll take you back in, buddy. Elvis, you crazy man. You crazy man. So guys, this is what the basic outlay, this is 22 feet wide by 26 feet deep. So we'd basically have, you know, two 10-foot wide bays going 26 deep. You know, the tractor's 22 feet long. So I think that should give, you know, ample room for the tractor. And heck, man, we could even park the pickup truck in this side. But, you know, I think for putting all the attachments and then accessing the attachments from, you know, this side. So anyways, I think that this tree is too close to that back line. It's only about 2 or 3 feet away. So I think we're gonna have to take that guy out. Oh, by the way, I always get asked, like, there's some people who haven't seen all the vids, but that's the Thunderbox, baby. That is our bathroom. And if we ever got a little bit of snow on top, we just brush her off, and she's good to go. Actually, almost, she's getting pretty full. I'd say she's about 3/4 full, but I don't know, man. I just don't mind. Like, I don't mind maybe 5% of the time when I have to use it. You know, I only do my daily constitution like once a day, and it's maybe 5% of the time it's raining or snowing. I just don't mind, man. But probably one thing we should do before winter sets in is dig a new hole, and we should build a proper outhouse. I mean, obviously this winter we're going to be building the bathroom addition, but it's always good to have an outhouse. We have the four corners. We got, it's actually 21 feet by 26. So I think on length, that's a good gap at the front there. And how much gap do we have at the end? That's pretty good. We could go another foot or so, but 26 feet is already very long. So unfortunately, all my grandparents have passed on. I love them all. They were all very different people. I would say, I think 3 of the 4 grew up on farms. And the guy that I think would appreciate what I'm doing now the most is probably my grandfather on my mother's side. His name was Robert Proudfoot, and he was a tractor owner. So this is me, I think in grade 11. I was a chunky fellow. I was 240, 6'2". I played offensive tackle in high school, and that's him. We're putting together this boat trailer. He bought a super old 12-foot tin boat with an Evinrude engine for me. But this is on his homestead. After he retired, he moved on to 20 acres. You know, he was the oldest of 12 children. He grew up on a 400-acre dairy farm outside of Ottawa, Ontario. And he was an engineer. He studied engineering at Queen's University. He ended up becoming a professor there. He fought in World War II. He was a navigator on Lancaster bombers in the Royal Canadian Air Force, which was, you know, part of the the British Royal Air Force. He ended up working for Ford for basically his entire life. Ford Motor Company in Windsor, Ontario. And he ran the power plant in Windsor for Ford. And then he ran the power plant, one of them over in Detroit for Ford Motor Company. So he retired onto like a 20-acre homestead himself. And I never really appreciated it when I was a kid, you know, but he had a big old Ford tractor, which you can't even buy anymore. But he broke his hip. His tractor, clearing out a ditch, and the tractor rolled on him and pinned him. He nearly died. He had to get a hip replacement. It was really serious. So, I mean, if he could see me now, though, with my own tractor, man, what I wouldn't give to have my 4 grandparents around. And I think Robert Proudfoot, my grandfather, would really appreciate this. So every time I get in the tractor, I think about him, man. You were sleeping in the warm cabin. Yeah! Yes! Oh my god, the yard looks so much cleaner without all that junk. Oh my goodness. Today is Thursday. It's going to be a high of about +5 today, which is pretty nice. But tomorrow, Friday, is going to be close to +10. Saturday is going to be +10. That's perfect concrete weather. So I think the wisest use of time is to edit our weekly episode a day early on Thursday, because usually I edit those on Fridays. But to edit today and then do the foundation work on Friday and Saturday, try to get that polished off. So first we've got to finish the tractor barn foundation, do that last concrete work of the year. Once we get that polished, just the foundation. Once we get that polished, go back, finish the sauna, have on order an entirely glass front wall for the sauna. It's going to be a stunning view. I'm super excited for that. Then come back, finish the tractor barn. Come to the conclusion, getting the tractor covered is more important timeline-wise than the sawmill. You know, that sawmill is really designed to be outside. Ideally, yes, you know, we do want to get it covered. But in terms of what do I do first with my limited time and resources, being a one-man army, I think it's cover the tractor. Sean James has had his Norwood sawmill outside on his property for 4, if not 5 years. And it's been fine. It's got that the most important thing is the mill head. And that mill head has got that super heavy duty PVC tarp case on it. So as long as we keep the snow cleared from in front of it with the tractor, it should be fine. So foundation for tractor barn, finish the sauna, do the tractor barn itself, and then the bathroom addition. My plan is not to do the septic field, to wait till next spring, and then we can do the septic at the same time. We can see whether the well that we've made recharges in the winter, because if it does, next spring we'll run the pipe from the well to the bathroom addition, and then we can do the septic at that time. Because the bathroom addition, building the walls and the roof and then installing the shower and the sink and the incinerating toilet, all that stuff, I mean, we can get all that, do all that work this winter. No, really the plan for next year is getting into the main cabin. Thanks for watching. Strength and honor. May the gods bless you, both the old gods and the new.
And remember, folks, if you're behind on your alimony payments and or you really need to buy a snowblower for your tractor for the winter, but you don't have any money and you've already sold one of your 2 kidneys, remember this, you also have a gallbladder, and nobody knows what those things are even for. So it's time to pucker up, cut that thing out, just utter the following 9 words and 13.5 syllables. Ooga, booga.